Caregivers out there, we are still open in accepting your application in Israel. Israel is in urgent need of qualified applicants for the position of 500 home-based caregivers. Home-based caregivers should provide diligent and skilled caregiving assistance to persons with disabilities, including elderly disabled persons in Israel. The regular work week of the caregiver will be 6 days a week, and the caregiver agrees to be available to care for the employer throughout the work week as a live-in caregiver, provided that the caregiver is given reasonable breaks from active work for relaxation, personal needs, and sleep. The gross monthly minimum wage is approximately $1,500 US. Deductions from salary will include caregivers' contribution to private medical insurance, caregivers' contribution for housing, property tax, water, and electricity. Caregiver will be responsible for all his expenses in Israel, including but not limited to food, toiletries, telephone, clothing, cable TV, internet, travel, and etc. The caregiver shall be entitled to a weekly day of rest of at least 25 consecutive hours on a day agreed upon by the parties. Other benefits include medical insurance and sick pay. The employer shall provide the caregiver with suitable living accommodations in the home of the PWD for the entire duration of the employment and for at least 7 days after the termination of the employment. The caregiver will pay for his airline tickets, inclusive of travel insurance, from the Philippines to Israel, as well as upon his return from Israel to the Philippines. Qualified applicants should register online at poea.gov.ph or eservices.poea.gov.ph/home and personally submit the following documents at the Manpower Registry Division, ground floor, Blas F. Ople Building or formerly POA Building, Ortigas Avenue, corner EDSA, Mandaluyong City, fastened in a folder and properly labeled with RSF number, applicant's name, position applied for, country of destination, payers online number, and e-registration number. For registration, they are at least 23 years of age. They are at least 1.5 meters tall and weigh at least 45 kilograms. They have successfully undergone at least 760 hours of relevant training, have passed examinations, and have received TESDA certification, certifying them as caregivers eligible for overseas placement, or have received a diploma which certifies that they have graduated from a 4-year nursing or physical therapy college course approved by the Philippine government. Their English language proficiency enables them to communicate with relevant bodies in Israel. They have successfully completed at least 12 years of schooling. They have never previously worked in Israel. They do not have parents, a spouse, or children currently working or residing in Israel. They are physically and mentally healthy, do not suffer from diseases or from chronic medical conditions, including but not limited to tuberculosis, hepatitis, syphilis, gonorrhea, and AIDS, and are capable of difficult caregiving work in Israel. They have clean National Bureau of Investigation records from the Philippines, and they have Philippine citizenship. The regular maximum duration of permitted employment of a home-based caregiver in Israel is up to 63 months from the time of first entry into Israel. Here are the documentary requirements: printout of e-registration account, certificate of online pre-employment orientation seminar, TESDA NC2 for caregiver with copy of training certificate from a TESDA accredited training center, scanned copy of passport, NBI clearance, copy of birth certificate issued by Philippine Statistics Authority, copy of UMIT ID, copy of driver's license if any. Other requirements or criteria as may be specified by PIBA. Applicants are required to present the original documents for authentication of written information before forwarding the same to the employer. The deadline of submission of applications. Applicants from the POEA regional offices is on May 12, 2021. Applicants from the central office, POEA Ortigas, is on May 14, 2021. Important notification. The government of the state and/or PIBA are not and will not be the employers of the home-based caregivers. Thank you all again for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, click the bell button and share. I'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you click subscribe now for more videos.